Blessed rising, everyone. My name is Bernadette Lim. I'm 26 years old, and I'm the founder and co-director of the Freedom Community Clinic.
Buenos días a todos. My name is Eli Jimenez. I am 24 years old, and I am a co-director at Freedom Community Clinic.
As the daughter of Filipino and Toisanese immigrants, I am a community activist, and I'm the first in my family to become a doctor. And growing up, my mom's immigrant background proved challenging, especially in healthcare encounters. My mom was born in the Philippines, and with the complications of language and medical jargon, as we all know, she faced trauma within the medical system. And I can clearly remember this in my childhood. I can clearly remember my family's despair for not knowing why my mom had to undergo an immediate hysterectomy when I was 8 years old. And I can remember in my mind when my mom would come home fatigued, having to work overtime as a cashier at the LA County Jail. And I remember piles of mammogram checkups and unanswered voicemails for cervical procedures going unanswered because the reality was that this all culminated in my mom vowing to never go to the doctor again. And I said to myself, how can this health system be healing if this is supposed to be a health system? Is this truly healing for our people? And I realized that my mom's story is not an isolated story, but rather this is a story of so many Black, brown, and immigrant women. And like my mother, so many of these women and my mother found healing not through the medical system, but rather through her own ancestral community forms of healing, like acupuncture and spiritual counseling and community healing groups.
My own experiences growing up undocumented in this country and witnessing my beautiful mother, her emotional and mental health deteriorate due to her status, really has shaped my commitment to bring whole person care to undocumented, immigrant, and BIPOC communities. Unfortunately, her story is not the first or the last. We're hoping it will be the last with the work that we're doing. Many immigrant women and young girls share the same experience. These systems of oppression force us to work nonstop, often forgetting who we are and why we matter. And really detaching ourselves from our mind, our body, and our spirit. I truly believe that we, Freedom Community Clinic, are healing generational trauma. This trauma that is caused by racism, sexism, transphobia, and homophobia. And it's so real, y'all. It's in our bodies, it's in our spirits. And my own healing journey is an embodiment of our mission at Freedom Community Clinic.
And that's why the stories of our mothers inspire and fuel our work with Freedom Community Clinic. We are a grassroots initiative, and we imagine and work towards a healing future for the body, mind, and soul. And we do this through a unique, whole-person, community-centered approach that uniquely integrates the strengths of ancestral, indigenous, traditional healing with the strengths of Western medicine. And in less than 2 years since beginning, we've been able to impact over 2,500 people in the Bay Area with over 60 bilingual community healing programs, workshops, and education workshops. And in addition, we've been able to create over 20 community partnerships with people like Roots Community Health Center, UC Berkeley Basic Needs Center, Mujeres Unidas y Activas, and multiple on-the-ground grassroots initiatives to bring whole-person healing to our communities.
Our mission is unique. We are that community. We have those experiences. And We have a network over 100 BIPOC healers, ranging from Reiki, and for those of you that don't know what Reiki is, it's an ancestral Japanese cleansing energy. We have physical therapists, nurses, and doctors that work along with the healers that I just mentioned. And we meet our people where they are at. We met them in their hoods, the streets, their youth parks. Really, last year, we pulled up to San Antonio Park and we're like, okay, we're going to have a healing clinic. Over 800 people showed up in the course of the summer, and we made that happen.
We made that happen. And so with the help of T9, we really hope to expand what Ellie was talking about, which is our Healing for the People initiative, which started in June 2020 in response to ongoing racial trauma. And specifically, we hope to create a sub-initiative called We Are the Ones that creates safe community healing spaces for women, girls, and gender-expansive people. Specifically, we hope to create these bi-weekly community healing clinics that, again, like Ellie said, combine the strengths of both practices. So you'll see doctors, nurses, and physical therapists that really center on the reproductive justice part, providing STI screenings and health education, primary care checkups, and safe sex education, alongside the somatic trauma healing that goes on with acupuncture, massage therapy, and body work and breath work. And in addition, we hope to also create bi-weekly community health training programs that expand on our current initiatives that help educate and advocate for people in topics such as domestic violence awareness, legal systems navigation, community building, and youth leadership.
We do this for our communities. We do this for our ancestors. We do this for our future generation. We do this for Yudi, a young immigrant woman that was recently in a detention center in Arizona and is now healing and sharing her journey through poetry and art at one of our youth programs, co-founder, called Undocumented Healing, which centers healing for young immigrant and recently arrived youth in the Bay Area.
And we do this for the patients that I see every day. And I think about Cheryl, who is a mother of 5 in Deep East Oakland, and came up to us crying because she experienced massage therapy for the first time in her hood. And she realized that because it was such a safe space and it was a place where she could trust and celebrate, that she felt safe enough to also talk about her blood pressure medications and her diabetes medications.
In a societal atmosphere with ongoing trauma and pain, it is really our duty and our mission at Freedom Community Clinic to bring whole person well-being to our communities and to affirm that healing is needed.
And that's why at Freedom Community Clinic, we proudly declare healing is justice, healing is resistance, and healing is freedom. We have questions.
That was wonderful. It was really cool getting to see you guys not only do an amazing pitch, but support each other while you're up there. So that was really great to see that collaboration. How do you guys deal with health at every size, or like the women in your community who are larger bodied, and addressing those traumas as well?
Yeah, that's a great point, because a lot of the different workshops that we've done, especially we have so many programs. One of the big things is with community health trainings. So actually every single month we open it up. It's been virtual since COVID, and we overview a lot of different health education topics and provide people with the resources of which to do that. And so in the works, we've done a lot of things in the past, like Narcan training, holistic food and nutrition, wound care training. And as we're looking forward, we're looking into how can we really create, again, that whole person healing? How can we make sure that we are inclusive? And so one of the things that has come up is making a bigger priority for LGBTQ identified folks and gender expansive people, making sure that we are inclusive of people of size, and how do we actually become trainers for a lot of the providers who come to us. And so, as I was mentioning, we have partnerships with so many clinics. So West Coast Children's Clinic, the Unity Council, Roots Community Health Center, Lifelong Medical Center are actually contracting us because we have so many people in our network that are well versed in these areas to help provide those trainings. And so again, it's for the community. We make that free for all people. And then when we partner with different organizations that are working with their communities, we're able to make sure that they're well versed in that as well.
Thanks so much. You two are so strong and inspiring. And my question is, whole person well-being is such a big mission, and it's so integrated into both the kind of mind and body and spirit piece. How do you guys decide what to take on and maybe what to set aside? And then, how would this additional funding help you on those things that you decide to focus on?
I can answer the first part. So we are a group of 7 amazing and really kind individuals. And each person not only brings their own experiences, we're also very diverse in age range and backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, and race. And so each person has really, we're 7, the 7 chakras. And so, each person in the team brings their own experiences. And so almost all of us run different programs. And so I specifically work and serve undocumented young people ages 14 to 21. Sometimes we go over because we don't like to say no, and they're still young too. And so, each person has almost their own program or contributes and focuses on the different holistic approaches and programs that we have.
And adding to that, I would say that we really locate and identify ourselves as a bridge. And so really we are partnering with the medical centers and the community health centers, and we're partnering with all the independent acupuncturists, holistic healing practitioners, and we are kind of the epicenter for holding the event. And so when we see ourselves and co-locate ourselves at that bridge, we're really creating a unique dialogue among people, massage therapists, acupuncturists, physical therapists who are never in contact. We don't learn this in medical school about the different ways of healing. And so for us to locate ourselves as we are that bridge, we help bring the strengths of everyone together. That's where our unique location is in the whole person healing space.
Are you currently paying your staff? Or is everyone volunteer?
Yeah, we are. We're currently paying our staff because we've had immense support. I was talking to everyone. We are millennials, so we have utilized Instagram very well. We have a following of over 6,500 people on our social media since 2 years. Over 75% of our donations have been through Venmo and PayPal and Cash App. But recently we've really gotten a lot of attention from foundations. And so we actually have our headquarters space on 14th and Broadway gifted to us by the Wellbeing Trust. We've been funded by the Akanadi Foundation, the Youth Leadership Institute, and now we're also being contracted by health centers. So that is an additional revenue that allows us to really honor the time. Like you said, we ain't doing this for free. And we all deserve to really make sure that we are healing and the work that we give is being honored in that energetic exchange.
Do you have something? Go ahead. Oh, you got it. I just want to thank you for sharing your stories and that emotional labor. I know it's not easy. Do you have any vision in the future to expand outside of this local area? And if yes, can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, so that came to us, the need that our community has, and not just in California, but outside of the state. I actually have youth from Colorado and Kansas, and they said, Eli, I meet the criteria except the location. I'm not from the Bay, I'm not from California, and I don't have community here in Colorado or Kansas. I am the only undocumented young person that I know besides my family. Can I join? And I said, yeah, why not? It's Zoom.
Going national.
We're going national, you know? And so, yeah, we have hybrid programs. So in person, outdoor here for local folks, and online Zoom. And this is not just for undocumented healing. This is for other programs. And Bernie can talk about that.
Yeah, like our community health trainings with Narcan, with wound care. Because of COVID, we had to do a lot of virtual stuff. And so we've done virtual healing clinics. We've done community health trainings that have our audience is over 700, 800 people, because we provide that for free, and we partner with people local in the Bay to distribute that, and we also partner with people in other places to distribute that nationally. So yeah, we partner, we do what we do best, and we partner for the rest. And so we make sure, like, with a lot of the, right, you got energy, y'all, energy, okay? So COVID, like a lot of y'all, we've just really had to adapt, and that adaptation has really allowed people to see that, because especially we are very popular among a lot of millennials who are hungry for so much information in a community-centered, dope way. And so we've become that for people beyond the Bay.
Cool. Thanks. I don't have a question. I was going to say, I hope that when I grow up, I can be like you.
We're trying to stay young. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you both.